Little Heath is the Blungus before going out to the bars. Just finished my first Friday at Mainframe Studios. Spent the whole day working on it, took the day off work, and got lunch with my grandparents and great aunt and uncle, and they got to see the studio space before, and I worked a lot on getting it figured out. So I hung up all the pieces, I got everything dressed looking nice, and it was a beautiful night. It was great. Everyone was hanging out, everyone was having fun. A lot of people came out, a lot of people I knew, met a lot of new people I didn't know. People got some work, which is always awesome. It kind of blows my mind to know that I make work for myself to kind of figure out my own emotions and my own way of living, and people will spend money on it. I'm like creating a product, but not like I'm creating a soft drink. No, I'm creating something that matters to my soul, which is pretty cool. Cheesy, but correct. Had fun hanging out with my friends, got some pizza. It was overall a great night. I got a little overwhelmed at first because I finished setting up 5 minutes before it started, and I was stressed out of my mind. Wow, that was not fun. Wow. But I'm really grateful for how things turned out. It turned out really well. And I'm excited for the future. People were really, really receptive to the old work, or not old work, just my work. But also we're super excited about the new stuff too. Specifically the big piece I'm carving, To Love. People were very, very excited about that, and I'm so excited about that. I mean, it's September. I made the sketch for it in December, 9 months ago. A little under 9 months because it was the end of September. But wow, that is gonna... Whenever that piece is done, I'm gonna feel so weird. Like, I felt weird when I printed I'm Glad I Loved You, because that piece has been in the ringer for so long that when it was done, I was like, what the hell? What now? How do I move on? I don't know how to do this. This one I think will be worse with that feeling. And that honestly might be how things are from going on, because I'm so booked out of... Like, I have all my ideas planned for the next, 6 or 7 months. So all the work I'm working on is, I already know what I'm going to do. So when I do it, it's going to feel really weird when it's actually done. Because it's like, wow, I actually finished that. Instead of it being an enigma in my mind. Does anyone get this? Does anyone relate to what I'm saying? Or am I pooping out my ass? But yeah, I'm excited. Also, when I was walking by, there were people smoking weed outside and obviously judging me talking into my rectangle. Funny. But I love my rectangle, and I'm talking into it right now. Yeah, that's honestly one of my favorite jokes. It's so funny. It's just so funny. It makes me laugh every time. Yeah, overall, it just went really well tonight. I am so excited to finish I'm Glad I Loved You and the next editions with that. And then also tonight, I started planning out the rest of my September in terms of marketing materials and planning. That is awesome. That's got me so excited in terms of this marketing release I'm going to do for I'm Glad I Loved You, this marketing release for this other print I'm going to do, and it's all related back to the story that I established in the beginning that then has a tie into how my Instagram feed looks. Oh, I'm so excited. This is so fun. If you told me 9 months ago that I would be so excited to do a marketing Instagram series, I would be losing my mind because I deleted Instagram because I hated it. I hated it so much because all the content was the same and nothing was right. Nothing felt genuine with how I was going to create stories on the app. I didn't want to make content. I wanted to tell stories, which is still very true. I don't really want to make content. I want to tell stories. And this has got me so excited because I'm telling a story, but in a way that is digestible like content. You know? Kinda. So I'm just so... You like jazz? I'm jazzed. I like jazz. I'm jazzed right now. I am just so excited about that. Like, I cannot emphasize that enough. I am excited for that. Wow. This is a ridiculous video. Yeah, I just cannot wait for that, and I'm trying to like keep that consistency with marketing across everything I do now. And I'm just living in a very blessed, exciting time in my life where I'm so grateful for everything I have, and I know that there's so much more for the world to offer. Like, I've achieved things of my wildest dreams that I never thought would have ever happened because I grew up wanting to be a skateboarder and then a football player and then a graphic designer, and then now I'm an artist. And I never thought I would ever be an artist. Like, if you told 8-year-old me, 9-year-old me, 10-year-old me, literally any version of myself in the past that is this version of me right now, I would be losing my mind. So I am just so grateful for the journey of my life and how life has gone. And right now I have so many things in my life to be happy and grateful for that how could I not be grateful? And two, I know that I'm only 23. Like, I'm only 23 years old. There's so much more that I have to experience in life. And that's got me excited. I'm not about, like, I wrote this today in one of my scripts talking about how about 6 months ago, I was so obsessed with this idea of death and mortality because it felt like I was going to die. Like, that's how big my anxiety was in terms of, like, just life, how I was feeling, my constant day-to-day. It felt like I was going to die, and I had to get these artworks out before I died, you know? And I was always asking myself the question of, like, will I be proud of myself? Or am I proud? If I died today, would I be proud of the life I've lived? And that's a question that's been consistent in my life for a while now, probably 3 years. It was something I started asking myself 2022 when I really wanted to figure out who I was. I didn't know who I was. So I started asking myself that, so then I would tell myself if I didn't know the answer, then I knew something was wrong. And 6 months ago, I kind of knew the answer. I was like, yes, but also like, no. I don't know. I was in a really bad, weird place. But I knew I would get better, which is why I planned out the entire exhibition in this way of starting out with depression and then getting into happy and gratitude. And it feels so nice to know that I actually got to that point in my art planning of like, yeah, I'm going to get to this point eventually. And I am, which is really, really cool. And honestly, it says a lot about knowing myself in some ways that I didn't know. I didn't know that I knew that myself that well. But I guess I do now, so that's cool to know. Yeah. This new work is just so so about like loving life, being proud of your life, and being grateful for life. And to wrap things up, because I'm about to get to the bar, is just I am so excited to share that with the world. Like, it's something that matters to me so deeply to my core, and I feel like it's something the world needs to hear. It's my story, and I think people need to know it. I've never felt this way before in terms of like telling the world. I've been pretty good about marketing my stuff online, but this is different, and this matters a lot to me. And I think it's special compared to what I've done before. So it'll be a new era, a new chapter. I hope people get that vibe. I hope I establish that. And I'm just so excited. I mean, I'm on the beginning and the precipice of this journey, and it'll be really, really cool. It's hard to think of the future, so I guess all I got now is the eternal present moment, the beautiful eternal present moment, which also I'm so excited for that crew neck I'm working on. Wow, that thing is going to be cool, except I have to figure it out. Wow. I have one thing figured out. The rest of it, I don't know what I'm doing. So hopefully I can work on that. But yeah, Keith the Blungus signing off with love. Grateful for life. If I died today, I would be proud of the life I've lived, and I don't have regrets.